Hey, Cancer. Intuitive Soul Coach here with your August 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Cancer, welcome. I'm getting a very specific message here for some of you. The message is something or someone has lost its appeal. So you have gone cold, or a situation has gone cold. You're no longer interested in visiting the conflict or the drama, because your first card out here is conflict. But this is about conflict resolution, finding a solution to a situation, overcoming the obstacles. I'm also picking up on something that may have gone cold, or perhaps there was an interrupted appeal to it. It didn't appeal to you as it once did. It may come back around. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Judgment in your reading, or maybe even the Six of Cups. Okay, or you've completed the cycle with the World. So yeah, I feel like something you've gone cold to, or it's just lost its appeal. I mean, yes, it could come back around, but you may say, no, it no longer appeals to me. I'm no longer interested. That's what's showing up here. And it's very strong, very prominent. There's a six of coins, because you're all about reciprocity. And I feel like there was a situation where you were maybe taken advantage of, or it felt very one-sided, and that's what's lost its appeal. Therefore, you're moving forward. Ace of Wands. This is a motivated new beginning. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands. You've had to withstand adversity. You have completed a cycle. So not only, excuse me, not only are we getting a 9, which is the card of, motivation and determination, you are finding ways to disconnect from an energy that has lost its appeal. I keep getting that same message. So maybe it's a relationship that it started out hot, or it started out real good, and somewhere along the line, there was too much conflict, too much drama, or perhaps someone had stepped out of the relationship. Maybe there was a separation. But I feel like you're no longer interested. If this is a job, it may be that at one point or another, you were very excited about it and you wanted to learn about it, study it, and now you're no longer interested, or you're deciding to take a new path. Yeah, look at that. You're wasting your time. You're not going to put your time and energy on something that has lost its appeal. And I feel like you are moving towards a new path, but look at what shows up. When you least expect it, it's as if something comes in quickly for you as well. So we're going to take a look and clarify all areas: career, love, health, and see what we have here for you. You also have the education card, Cancer. And this education card could be going back to school, maybe changing your learning style, or something you were curious about. You are shifting gears. Perhaps you wanted to take this class, but by taking this class, you actually discovered, I don't really love this energy. I want to branch off and go in this direction. So something is showing up for you, but you wouldn't have been able to see that if you wouldn't have gone through some sort of interruption or interrupted appeal here. I also see travel for you. Cancer, your themed card is Wanderlust. So some of you, without a doubt, are traveling, moving, relocating, buying the ticket. You could even be exploring your own backyard. You could be moving as well, because your gypsy soul is activated. And even though the majority of the month we're in retrograde, there could be some delays. There could be some delays with travel. I'm also getting delays in some sort of paperwork. So maybe that is a promotion or a performance evaluation. And I feel like you're moving on. I feel like you're moving forward here. All right, let's get one last card and then we'll dive into your reading. Okay, we have the mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. All right, Cancer, conflict. Yeah, there's something you're able to see now. And just like the mirror that's reflected to you, something is being reflected back. And you're saying, you know, I wasn't able to see that because it wasn't right here in my face. And now something is showing up where it's right here and you're seeing the reflection of it, of the situation, and you may be making a change. And there could even be a little bit of tug of war, a little bit of conflict. People might not like this change that you are about to make, but it's not about them, Cancer. It's about you. And this could also be triggers, adversity, maybe even opposing views. People may feel like they know what's best for you. And I feel like there's a little bit of that tug of war happening, but you're saying, I'm moving on. And you know what's best for you. As someone traveling internationally, I feel like there may have even been a bit of a tug of war with getting a visa or getting into, into a country, or getting a passport or a renewal of a passport. Maybe some of you, there's been a line that's been like expedited. Maybe you've tried to get expedited paperwork. And I feel like you're finally cracking the code. Interesting wordage here, cracking the code. But we do have wanderlust. This is gypsy soul. This is breaking out of a situation, travel, expedition, tourism, new lands, vacationing, backpacking. I am getting France and Spain. Some of you, France and Spain could be significant. I'm also getting sailor or sailboat, cruise. This could be boating in general, something with being near or on the water. And then we also have education. You could be writing a book. Maybe you're a teacher. This is about learning a new skill. It could be learning how to put your skills to good use. Some of you, this is online learning, online classes. It has to do with technology. I'm getting Canva or any other form of marketing. You could be creating things online, that you are maybe using in your personal or professional life. I also see some sort of training or study program that you're thinking about. Okay. You may have even stepped out of a course of learning. Maybe the appeal of it was exciting at the time, right? Maybe you thought, yes, I really wanted to learn tarot, or I really wanted to learn human design, or whatever it is, right? And I feel like life happens, and maybe there was some conflict in another area and it lost its appeal, and perhaps it's showing back up around again. And I feel like you're either revisiting something that did lose its appeal because of a distraction or another responsibility in your life, or it's that you just have no interest in something. It's like a slow burn. And that's why we start off with the Four of Swords, because you're resting. You're putting something to rest. You've been healing. You've been working on rejuvenating your body, your mind, your soul, and more specifically, your beliefs and your thoughts. Because some of you were burnt out. You were burnt out in a situation. And bottom of the deck, we have mending, we have belief system, and we have shadow. Wow. So this is below the surface. It's something that you may have been keeping at bay, or you may have been keeping on the lowdown, but it's all coming together. It really is. This is therapy. It's healing, forgiving, repair work. Some of you, maybe even a surgery or a health issue is being rectified, or you are finding a solution here. Yeah, remedy, a certain remedy. But there's your belief system. This is about self-talk, reprogramming, taking a look at any patterns or limitations that have held you back. And we have shadow work. Cancer, some of you have gone through it, and look at, there's the mirror. Wow. So some of you, this could even be codependence, right? Maybe codependence, something is looking at you, maybe even something difficult, something painful that you are being forced to look at in some way, shape, or form, so you can heal it on such a profound level that you will never ever go back to that same frequency, right? This is about buried emotions may show up for you, may come up to the surface for you to complete and move on from once and for all. I also feel, because I keep getting the interrupted appeal, or something has lost its appeal here, whatever shadows had been lurking, it's like you don't even go there anymore. You've worked on it. You've healed it, Cancer. You should be proud of yourself because you've mended. It's like you've leaned on your higher power or your spirituality in some way, shape, or form, and you've ascended your energy. And this is about coming together in a new light, in a new way. Wow. But you've gone through it, maybe even addictions, maybe even deep, suppressed, buried emotions, possibly even from childhood. This is deep shadow work. Could have been a karmic relationship, maybe even a traumatic experience, but it doesn't, it doesn't show up for you anymore. You've moved on from it. Four of Swords, you've put in the work. Look at him. He's leaning against the tree without a care in the world. He's found mental stability. And for some of you, there was a nervous breakdown, a mental breakdown, maybe even a tower moment that had occurred. And this is the month of rest and playfulness and, feeling like you're able to move on in some way, shape, or form. Some of you quite literally moving on to a new land, a new town, a new city, maybe even a new job or a new relationship. With that Ace of Wands, there is a brand new beginning coming in here, and it will require you to step out of your comfort zone, but you've been ready for it. So I feel like not only are you going to step, you're going to leap into this new beginning with open arms. Because Six of Swords says that something needed to change. And the thoughts may have held you back, right? But we see the 4 and we see the 6. There's no 5. There's no 5 of Swords here, which is great. 5 of Swords isn't fun to be in. It can be back and forth, right? It's this tug of war energy, but it's not finding solutions. It's not being able to overcome the obstacles. And we see, in a way, the 5 of Swords showing up here, but it's the highest of high version where you're walking away. It no longer has its grasp on you like it once did. You've completed a major cycle in your life. Cancer, this is big. This is triumphant completion. This is success. It's a feeling of wholeness in a way. It is all about victory, reward, maybe even celebrations. And now you're saying the world is my oyster. That's why she's balancing the world there on her ballet foot. And some of you are saying, what's next? Where else can I go? What else can I do? Whom else can I connect with? What discoveries are out there waiting for me to explore? You have this beautiful energy of wanderlust within you. A lust for life, a lust for wondering what other opportunities are available to you. And I'm loving this, Cancer, because so many people, they stay within the vicinity of that comfort zone and they don't always take that leap of faith because they're not sure. Maybe they don't have the means or, whatever we tell ourselves that hold us back at times. But it's like you've been held back for too long. And it almost reminds me, maybe some of you, this can be incarceration of some sort, but it reminds me of maybe a person who's been in, a prison for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, however long, right? And there's that breath of fresh air when they come out for the first time, they're being set free. And it's like the world is open to infinite opportunities. And instead of feeling like you have to be in that default mode of going back to the old way of doing things and possibly ending back up in some sort of prison. You're saying life has given me a second chance here. And that's why I'm getting that strong judgment energy for you. Even though I don't see it showing up, I feel like there is an opportunity. Yeah, we have the tower. So there is an opportunity to break out of that mold, to free yourself from a situation and say, I'm going to do things differently this time around. We have the Six of Coins. This is reciprocity. It's equal give and take. It's generous giving, because you may have felt a tipping of the scales or a tipping of alignment in some way. It didn't feel like you were getting back anything in return, but you also understood that that was a lesson that you needed to learn. And that's why you have the education, because this is about lessons as well, lessons in life, right? Six of Coins can be unexpected resources. It could be a gift from the universe. It could be a gift in the form of finances or a financial windfall. For others of you, it's a scholarship, a grant, a donation. It could be a tip, a large tip, or a bonus. And it comes when you least expect it. You see the moon hidden there as well. So for some of you, it could even be around the full moon in August. Okay, full moon in August showing up, where there is generosity and assistance here. Maybe even a promotion, a new offer, a reward of some sort, because you've deserved it. You've earned it, but it is unexpected. I see that showing up. We also have the Three of Wands. There is growth. And the Three of Wands is spiritual growth as well. Yes, it can be growth in any area of your life, but I'm really getting here for you, Cancer. This has to do with personal and self-development and healing. And the reason why you're on this path of opportunity and wanderlust and expansion and growth is because you've put so much into yourself. I mean, the shadow aspect, it's as if you've looked at your weaknesses and your strengths, and you have become friends with your weaknesses, and you have made choices and changes that have allowed some of those weaknesses to not be as, appealing. I keep saying that word because it's as if something that was difficult or challenging has lost its appeal, and you're not stuck in that repetitive loop any longer. You've healed, you've grown. And here is the motivated new beginning. Ace of Wands is showing up here. When is this motivated beginning taking place? When you least expect it. Okay, we have when you least expect it, and we have, oh, look at this. We have in less than a month. So we also see June at the very top of this illustration, this card. And for a lot of you, this happened during your season, Cancer season. So it could have even been during Gemini season as well. But I feel June was the catalyst month, or Cancer season was the catalyst month. And now, because we also see that other full moon, we just had a full moon in Capricorn, and I feel like this month, August, is going to be very significant, and that's when these beginnings are going to happen. And yeah, you may not even see it coming when you least expect it. It's as if, you've been going by, just kind of walking in the shadows as you can see her, but instead of the energy of shadow, like getting mugged, right? I feel like this is something quite profound. It is about you opening up to, a new door that leads to one of the best things you could have ever experienced, but you wouldn't be there without have gone through the shadows. I'm almost getting like once in a blue moon. Yeah, once in a blue moon. You're not wasting your time on people, places, or things, or investing in your energy in those things that no longer serve you, that feel like a constant tug of war, constant conflict, right? You're moving on from that. You're not wasting any more time, and there is a big changes occurring in less than a month. Wow. Let's look at career, finances, wealth, money, and abundance. Something is coming to an end or has come to an end with the skull. For some of you, you did go through a rough patch. Maybe you've had to borrow money. Maybe that's what the Six of Pentacles is. Maybe you've had to borrow money from family and it felt like you had to, it felt one-sided because you wanted to pay them off, or maybe this is the bank or a loan. And I feel like this new beginning is going to allow you to bring more balance back into the mix. Some of you are healers. A lot of you are. Maybe even work in hospice. Maybe you've been out of work, but it was to undergo a massive transformation that reinvented you from the inside out. There may have even been a near-death experience. Some of you, the loss of a loved one or even a pet, I feel was the catalyst in your spiritual awakening in some way, shape, or form. And it put you in a little bit of an ambiguous state of mind, a little bit of, back and forth, not quite sure, Two of Swords, money conflicts, cutting corners. Some of you were fired, and the law could have been involved, law and order. Maybe this was unjust in some way, shape, or form. That's why that tower came up. And I feel like this is a breakthrough. Breakthrough, because this reminds me of I feel like this is what you are coming out of. And it reminds me a little bit of the Six of Cups, so something of the past potentially. And look we see the light bulb going off. This is like that the sunny energy, and the sun is Leo. And even though we are in retrograde for a big chunk of August, I feel like you have these ideas. You have inspiration. It's like inspiration strikes. And regardless of what's happening in the cosmos, this is a once in a blue moon opportunity. You're not going to put it on pause or put it on hold. I feel like you are moving forward here. You may be educating yourself, even if you're waiting to make a move. I feel like you're not going to wait for long. Not with that Ace of Wands. You're ready. It's like you're chomping at the bit, ready to go for that race. You can't wait to get out of a situation. This is entrepreneurship. Some of you, if you are entrepreneurs, there's an energy of reaching outside of your target market, maybe even reaching people on a global level. This could be expansion of your creative work. You have new ideas. You may be launching this month, okay, or in the month of August. This is about creativity enhanced, and anything that you felt was a struggle, I feel like you're finally loosening up, or it's ready. You have been ready, but now you have the green light. For those of you that are working in the corporate world, and maybe you've been fired or let go, or if it's been difficult and you've been trying to recoup in some way, or maybe you've been trying to move on to a new job, a new beginning, it is showing up potentially less than a month, okay, or within the month. We have the Feather card. This is about abundance, easy money. It's my work smarter, not harder, Aquarian energy here. So there could be something with technology, okay? Maybe you could be interviewing over Skype or over the internet in some way, shape, or form. I'm also getting, again, more travel. Maybe this has to do with hospitality, real estate, Airbnb. Maybe you're working from, a remote place. Maybe you work from home. This can be air related, or there's a little bit of indecision here happening, but I feel towards the end of the month, during that full moon energy, it's like there's a completion and there is a new beginning coming in. So towards the end of the month, I feel any sort of tug of war or cloudiness in decisions is going to be made clear. It's like the clouds part ways and the sun comes out. So again, timing, you're not putting any energy and effort into things that you're not getting a return on. Okay, you're wasting your time if you do so. You have when you least expected and in less than a month. And Cancer season was the kickoff of this situation, or June was. Let's look at love. For those of you in a relationship, single, partnered up, we'll look at it all. Okay, we have worth waiting for For those of you that are single, maybe you've been single for quite some time. You've just been focused on your healing, your, shadow aspect as well, because you really came out of something that may have been quite toxic with the mending, or really heavy in some way. If it wasn't toxic, maybe you lost a loved one. You could be widowed. Okay, this could also be a lot of addictions. I'm getting attachment style. Some of you may be looking into your attachment styles, maybe working with a therapist on some of the stuff that you were conditioned to believe. There may have been some mind games, manipulation, narcissism, things like that in a relationship of the past. And it was worth waiting and healing and dealing with some stuff, but you've come to the end of this cycle. You've put in the work, and I feel like you're ready to move towards this next chapter. And this could be a passionate new beginning. So if you are looking for love, you could meet someone this month. There's a high potential to meet someone in the month of August, and it'll be worth it because you deserve love. You are lovable regardless of your relationship status. Remember that you are absolutely lovable. And you see that she's holding the bow and arrow, and she has it launched back, and she's ready to aim. So I feel like your focus is clear. It's like you're able to see something now. And that's what I was just picking up on, because it's being reflected to you. It's right here in the mirror. Some of you are dealing with a twin flame. Okay, I don't do twin flame readings often, but I do see energy of twin flame, or it could even be karmic, because I'm getting the judgment. Some of you may have had to go through a karmic situation to put you on the path towards twin flame. And make sure you know the difference as well. But I feel for some of you, if you've been married, maybe August is a honeymoon month. This could be a honeymoon period between you and someone else if you've just met them. There could be travel or vacationing. I see this all over your reading. So there's some of you Cancerians out there that are definitely inspired by the world, or even world events happening. Okay, world events. You may be pushing through. If you're in a relationship here, I feel like it's important to finish up projects this month. Maybe you've been working on the house, or you have some goals that you've been trying to hit. I feel like, yes, there's some downtime for you with the Four of Swords, so have fun, but also find that balance between maybe your work life and your home life. And make sure that both of you are putting in the effort, okay? Six of Coins is equal give and take. And in order to move forward in your relationship, I feel like there needs to be that reciprocity here. And for those of you that are in a relationship that's been very difficult and it's been a tug of war, that tug of war, even though sometimes that can be like a drug, people really do get that dopamine hit when it comes to drama or toxicity, or, whatever has caused the cortisol levels to spike in a person. I feel like that no longer appeals to you. And not that you are intentionally wanting to be near drama, but sometimes that's programmed within us. It can be beliefs. Maybe that's how you grew up. Maybe there was a lot of conflict, a lot of friction. And so some maybe fractured part of your thinking feels at home, even if it is not stable, right? And I feel like that is something that maybe you've been working on with a therapist, or with, a coach, or someone who is helping you see that that's not healthy, and it's really lost its appeal, and you're moving off grid, or off of this relationship. You're heading in a new direction because you're ready for change. You've completed and finished up a very important cycle. And then we have, this could be the one. Whew, this could be the one. For those of you calling in a soulmate, you've already met the romantic partner you seek, or you are about to. This month, this is big. You may already know who this person is, but they are the one, is what I'm picking up on. Yeah. They have the potential. There's potential to go all the way, take it all the way with the World card here. Okay, we have performance evaluation. Some of you are going to do a lot of evaluating, reprioritizing, in the month of August, and you're looking at the areas of life that make you happy, right? What fills your cup and what depletes your cup? And I feel like you are taking a look at these things from a new mindset with limited distractions, okay? Limited distractions. And they're highlighting the camera. Is someone a photographer? Maybe you're getting family pictures or you're getting senior pictures, some sort of pictures booked or taken. Camera could be significant. If some of you work in the corporate world, there may be cameras. So if you have gone through a situation that was very unfair, there's evidence through the cameras. Okay, that's very specific. Take that as it resonates. But I feel like there's something with cameras or evidence or recording. I mean, maybe some of you are in the spotlight or social media and you're getting a new camera. But I also feel good about the camera as in something is being seen. That's why we have that mirror. We also have overspending. Be mindful of your spending this month. You don't want it to get out of hand. If you, of course, have extra money to spend, then by all means, do what you want to do. But I feel like there could be some deals or could be something that really does tempt you this month. I'm also getting... if you are wanting to book a trip or if this is, a new home or rent, some of you may be at the max capacity, but I feel okay about it. I feel like you're going to recover or you'll be able to pay something off because we do have that Six of Pentacles. So if you've reached a capacity of some spending or a spending limit or even a little bit above the spending, I feel like you'll be able to pay it off. Okay. And then we have, maybe that's why, because you could be working overtime or you could be working, maybe multiple jobs or you have a lot of things going on, Cancer, but make sure you take time for you. So when it comes to health, perhaps aging, there's something here with aging. Maybe you feel tired or you don't have as much motivation as you once had. Some of you may even be looking at how your body is changing due to aging. I see for some of you, Six of Swords, something has aged you. Okay, it could be that you're 35 years old, but you've gone through a situation where you didn't have any gray hairs prior and now you have them popping up left and right. I feel like you've been through something, but I feel that you're rebalancing your health, okay? Four of Swords is recovery. It is resting, allowing yourself that time to heal. You could even be looking into alternative forms of therapy with the education. For some of you, you're looking into wellness products or healthy foods. You could be taking a class on health or nutrition. What else do we have for health? Paying attention to the hands, maybe the toes, maybe there's circulation. Some of you could be very hot or very cold. Maybe you have hot or cold flashes. But I feel like with the Three of Wands, this is something you're able to research or read up on, or you're able to heal or get back into a balanced state here, okay, with the Six of Coins, because there's a new beginning coming in. And some of you may even be working on weight loss. Okay, weight loss journey. Maybe it's been a long time coming, or, you finally are at the point where you are ready to take action, maybe on your weight as well. And I am getting healthy eating. So it's more about, the self-love and what you're putting into your body. All right, what else do we have here for Cancer? We have the mirror, So let's look at what is being illuminated to you. And I keep hearing the mirror on the wall. So maybe some of you have been humbled in some way, shape, or form, or you're now able to see the you that looks back at yourself is that of wisdom, that of love and compassion and kindness. And maybe that's been difficult for you in the past. This is about the reflection, the illusion, the looking glass. We look into mirrors every day without recognizing them as portals into another realm. They can shatter, flatter, distort, reflect, and project an image back to us that we deem to be true. The energy of the mirror is all about self-perception. When the archetype of the mirror appears, we are in the mythic land of Narcissus, who saw himself reflected in a pool and fell in love with his own image, so compelled by his reflection he could not turn away, a fixation that eventually led to his death. Recognize the power and danger of the mirror. It is a construct, one that may drive a shard between you and your true self. The mirror contains trickster energy. Put the phone down, stop with the comparisons, and let the mirror stand empty for a while. Rest with the one inside. Whew, that's powerful. It says here, speak to yourself gently and kindly in the mirror. It will feel awkward at first, but it is a sure way to become friends with yourself. So I am a huge advocate of mirror work. A lot of times working with clients, I do recommend the mirror work, and that can be difficult, especially if self-love, and you have that here as well, self-worth, because it says you are lovable. Right? If that's been an issue for you, mirror work can be life-changing. It can be very, very transformational. It says, for further reflections, read the poem I Am Not I by Juan Jimenez and Yoko Ono's Mirror Piece in Grapefruit. Okay, this can be about witnessing the deeper self. It's about peer awareness. When it's in the dark side, it can be narcissism, comparison, and harsh edges. But remember the very beginning message that showed up in your reading. Something has lost its appeal. So it may be whatever the looking glass showed you, right? Whatever the looking glass showed you in the shadow. It's like you have befriended it, or you have taken a step back, because we see with the Four of Swords, you've been healing. You have been working on yourself. And I feel like you did go within. You did rest with the one inside you. But some of you had to go through a situation where maybe there was, narcissism or comparison or harshness that was reflected back to you in a relationship. Okay. This is also, I'm getting the illusion is shattered. The illusion is shattered here in some way. And yeah, once the illusion is shattered, it loses its appeal. And that's what I feel is coming in. And thank goodness, because some of you, it's like you may have been lost in that reflection. The reflection or the idea of someone or the idea of something. And you're now able to put it down, right? Whether it's a phone, whether it is, comparing, that we can get caught in that comparison trap of comparing, our life to the next person. And technology came up for you. So some of you may even be taking a break from social media. Maybe not YouTube, maybe not, intuitive coaches videos, but you can, I'll let you. I feel like you are taking a break from external energies and you're saying, I'm going to travel, I'm going to move on, I'm going to do my thing. And yeah, some sort of illusion has been shattered, but it's leading you directly towards this beautiful, motivated, intuitive, and spiritual new beginning, Cancer. So I'm really loving this month for you. I feel like this is a big win, big completion, a cycle completed with the World card. And I'm excited for your Ace of Wands showing up sooner rather than later when you least expect it, but in short terms, less than a month. So that is what I have for you. I hope it resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in, Cancer. Lots of love.